Welcome back to Dear Host. Today's letter is about money, not in a dramatic way, just in the quiet, slightly uncomfortable way it tends to show up when you're trying to be a responsible adult. Life is crazy. Let's talk about it. I'm Silas.
Hi, Silas. I'm writing because I've realized I have a strange relationship with money, and I don't think it's about how much I make. On paper, I'm fine. I pay my bills, I'm not in serious debt, and I'm not constantly stressed about survival. But every time I spend money on myself, even small amounts, I feel this wave of guilt that I can't fully explain. It's not panic. It's more like a quiet voice that says, "Was that really necessary?" I'll buy something simple, like a nice meal or something I've been wanting for a while. And instead of enjoying it, I start mentally justifying it. I think about how many hours of work it cost, or how I should probably be saving instead. What's confusing is that I don't feel reckless or irresponsible. I actually think I'm pretty careful, but it's like I'm always bracing myself, even when I don't need to. I notice I hesitate before buying things that would genuinely make my life easier or more enjoyable, and then I feel annoyed at myself for even wanting them. I don't want to be careless with money, but I also don't want every purchase to feel like a moral decision. I guess I'm wondering where that guilt comes from and whether it's actually helping me or just quietly taking the joy out of things.
That line about having to justify a small purchase really stayed with me. I think a lot of us have had that exact moment, standing there holding something simple we wanted and suddenly feeling like we need to explain ourselves to an invisible jury. I'm glad you wrote this, because money guilt has a way of pretending it's practical when it's actually emotional. It sneaks in quietly, usually right after you buy something you wanted, and suddenly you're standing there wondering why you feel weird instead of happy. A lot of us picked up the idea somewhere that spending on ourselves has to be justified, that comfort has to earn its place, that enjoyment should probably wait until everything else is handled, even though everything else never really ends. I've had moments where I've spent more time debating a small purchase than decisions that actually mattered, which is usually a sign the math isn't the problem. The guilt often comes from old stories about responsibility, scarcity, or proving you're doing life correctly. Being careful with money is healthy. Treating every small choice like a test of character is exhausting. One helpful shift is separating spending from judgment. Instead of asking, "Did I deserve this?" Try asking, "Does this support the life I'm trying to live?" That question is calmer. Another practical thing that helps is giving yourself a clear, defined space for guilt-free spending, even if it's small. When enjoyment has a boundary, it stops feeling sneaky. Guilt thrives in ambiguity. Clarity takes away its power. You don't need to be reckless to feel okay. You just need to stop treating yourself like a liability. Money is a tool, not a scoreboard. It's meant to support your life, not quietly argue with you every time you try to enjoy it. This has been Dear Host. Life is crazy. Let's talk about it.